It looks as though 2023 would be bringing new weapons to Elite Dangerous, and not just new weapons, but also new weapon limitations. It's likely this is going to be a drive as a part of the ongoing Thargoid War, a focus of which is going to be absolutely massive in 2023. This was confirmed by a recent Galnet article, which concluded, by the end of 3308, Thargoid forces were raging across the core systems, causing millions of casualties and displacing millions more from their homes. I'd venture billions personally rather than millions. The cataclysmic events of the past year have cast a chilling shadow over the future, with only one certainty: that 3309 will be dominated by the Second Thargoid War. 3309, of course, is the in-game year. Hard to believe that we're 9 years into that already, starting with 3300. At any rate, what do we know about these new potential weapon limits? Well, again, it comes from Galnet, and incidentally, 2022 was a great year for Galnet and Elite Dangerous. For the first time ever, pretty much, it combined Galnet articles with in-game content. Nowadays, Galnet itself is a great indicator that foreshadows upcoming content. So with this Galnet article, we'll read some parts out to get a bit of a feel as to what we can expect to come over the next few months. So this piece is called Azimuth Conducts AX Weapons Research. Now, Azimuth, or Azimuth Biotech as they're correctly known, is the company behind the superweapon that, well, misfired back in August and caused the current problems. But the latest article is not about that. Instead, it's some quotations from the CEO of Azimuth, Torben Raidmaker. He said, as you may recall, one of the many reasons Aegis became redundant was its poor record at improving AX armaments past the initial rush of designs. Azimuth Biotech has established a research and development division specifically designed to correct their failings at a steady, sustainable pace. One of the inherent limitations with Aegis designs is the maximum number of AX weapons that a ship can be outfitted with, and currently that is limited to 4. It's been limited to 4 for many years at this point, and I know players have been asking for this limit to be increased. And of course, at this current state with the game, with Thargoids being rife and a huge focus for the game, it would make sense to make combat a little easier, at least on the initial rungs of it. I guess the higher up you get and fight the harder Thargoids, it's still going to be very tough. But nevertheless, one of the inherent limitations of Aegis designs is the maximum number of AX weapons that a ship can be outfitted with. The enhanced versions based on Ryder and Nemo's designs, that's the engineers, share this limitation. We seek to increase the upper limit of AX weapons a ship can utilize, and our research teams are already reporting promising successes. So this piece was posted to Galnet just a few days ago as of this recording, and yeah, as with other Galnet pieces, very likely foreshadowing what we can expect to see in the coming days. Now, how these new weapon limitations will manifest into the game is anyone's guess. It's unlikely, in my opinion, that it will be retroactively affecting existing weapons. Instead, it seems more likely that Azimuth will introduce new weapons into the game. So yeah, Frontier will put new weapons into the game that players will have to unlock. This would then give an additional tier of weaponry. Currently we have the Galnet weapons, the original AX weapons, and then the recent ones that have been made available through the latest community goals that players can just buy from rescue ships. So if you don't want to go out and grind, you can get some basic AX weapons from those rescue ships. But I'd suspect and put forward that in the coming weeks or the coming months, it's very likely a new tier of weapons is going to be unlocked for players who want to put in the extra time and the extra effort. Whichever way Frontier ultimately decide to go, it's very likely we'll be hearing more on this soon. Meanwhile, how is the Thargoid War itself progressing? Well, currently there are now 492 systems under Thargoid occupation in various states of Thargoid occupation. This is a change from 425 Thargoid occupied systems on the 29th of September, so an increase there of around 70 systems. Meanwhile, there are 23 star systems in a state of post-Thargoid recovery. This is a change from 18 star systems in post-Thargoid recovery on the 29th of December, making for an increase of 5 new systems. Now, over the past few months, over the past weeks, players have really been wondering what's going to be happening with Thargoids in the future. Are players going to be able to repel them, or are they going to overwhelm the bubble, completely annihilating all humans? And some people even think that this is Frontier's way of shutting down the game, letting Thargoids completely destroy everything so there's no game left. As usual, some really extreme opinions out there. The truth is very likely in the middle. Thargoids are here to stay. They'll likely become an ongoing tapestry as a part of the galaxy here, a fourth superpower if you will. And personally, I'm very interested in seeing how Frontier handle this. Will they perhaps divide up the galaxy between humans and aliens? Additionally, there's some potential here. I guess on the extreme end of things, it may happen, may not, but there's potential here for alien structures to start appearing on planets as Thargoids start colonizing. Keep in mind that it's already known that Thargoids do create ground-based structures. We've seen at the Thargoid bases in the past. A new Odyssey variant of these, with players able to interact with them and perhaps even have on-foot combat around them, would be a nice addition indeed. Meanwhile, we've got the mystery of whatever resides inside the big gaseous clouds of the Maelstroms. Will it be Thargoid motherships or some other sort of structure there? Time will tell. So as we move into 2023, I don't see it as being a truly genre-defining change for Elite Dangerous. We're not going to get any big expansions of the nature of Odyssey. What I do see is perhaps equally as interesting. The galaxy is going to continue to evolve, it's going to continue to change, and the Thargoid War is going to be a massive part of that shift. Whilst it's very clear this is going to mean big things for combat, I hope really that it's also going to mean big things for other areas of the game, most notably exploration, trade, and other areas as well. At any rate, do let me know your thoughts and feelings about all of this in the comments section below. Do you feel that, well, we're just going to keep seeing the Thargoid waves coming and going, or do you think we're going to see the galaxy be truly carved up between Thargoids and humans? And if so, what would this mean for the future of the game? If you enjoyed these types of topics and this type of speculation, then why not check out this video on the screen right here. I dive into more Thargoid related subjects, some very interesting stuff there, so do check it out. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.